So here's a question. What can you buy for 10 US dollars? Burger and chips? Pair of socks? Casio F91W? Okay, how about a hand-winding mechanical watch? Surely not.
So, landfill or lust? That's the question on my lips today. And let's get straight into this one. So, it is classically designed, as you can see. It's got some rather ornate Roman numerals around the dial, with 41mm in diameter and 14mm thick on this one. So, it is a little bit chunky today. And it comes on a bracelet. So talking about skeletonization, I mean, this one's actually done quite well. I mean, there's quite a bit taken out and you can see quite well into the movement. I've seen far more expensive brands trip up on this and end up with something that just has a few chunks missing out of the dial. There's lume, and yes, it's commensurate with the price tag. And how about these sculpted air channels that run right the way across the case, looking like a 1970s supercar? I was wondering what genius ways you'd find to cut corners at $10, and the end links appear to be an area of expertise for the creator of this. So rather than forming proper end links, it's just been a case of just bend some metal up and sort of ram it against the case and hope for the best. It offers the structural rigidity of a bowl of jelly, much like the bracelet in its entirety. And although the bracelet would be functional if you could be bothered to punch the pins through the rolled links, I can't. So on this occasion, my arm hairs remain intact, the bracelet's going to come off, and I'm going to put a nice fetching white FKM rubber onto this. As an aside, imagine if you had a huge, world-famous Japanese watch company and you were selling watches for hundreds of dollars with pressed clasps just like this. Anyway, the measure of any $10 watch surely has to be its timekeeping ability. Does this watch keep good time? Well, let's get it on the time grapher. This is far better than I expected for $10. No, I don't know the lift angle on this movement, but 22 seconds a day, that's perfectly usable. No, you're not going to win any timekeeping awards, but adjusting a minute every few days, I don't think that's too much hassle, not for your $10, and not for the pleasure of having a mechanical watch. So actually, genuinely, really impressed here. I'm still going to nitpick, even at $10. This watch arrived with a large nick into the side of the bezel, which you can just see next to my right thumb there. I seem to be on a bad roll with AliExpress watches arriving pre-damaged. My next gripe is that it's a hand-wound movement, but winding it isn't that easy, and that's because the bezel overhangs and gets in the way of your fingers as you're turning the crown, which is not ideal when you're going to have to wind it every other day. Finally, it can't hide the scars of those nasty end links, and as you can see, it's gone straight through this chrome plating and through to the softer material underneath. These are not just going to polish out. And yes, I saved the best till last. Here's the wrist roll you've all been waiting for, and that is a bold look.
Yes or no, this is your last chance, no beating around the bush.
The fact is, as much as I want to kind of have a laugh about this and just take the piss, actually for $10, it tells the time. It does actually do what it's supposed to do. And if you just want to dip your toe into watch maintenance or disassembly and reassembly of a basic hand-wound movement, I mean, surely this has got to be absolutely perfect. As an educational tool, as to see how a watch works, it's fantastic. Would I wear it every day? No. Would I bet on the longevity of the movement? No. But at the moment, it's keeping time absolutely fine. Honestly, for the price paid, including the shipping, I think was only sort of another $10. I'll put it up on the screen anyway. Total price including the shipping, but at the moment it's almost too good to throw away. I'm genuinely impressed with this, and sometimes you buy something for a YouTube video, you know, knowing you're just going to poke fun and kind of have a laugh with it, and every now and then I suppose we get surprises along the way. And yeah, I'm curious to know what you think. I had no expectation and actually ended up pleasantly surprised. I'm curious to know from any watchmakers, maybe you can give a an estimate on how long this movement will last, or how it is assembled so cheaply and actually still keeps, you know, fairly reasonable time considering the price. Anyway, this has been a fun one. It's been a pleasure as always, and I will catch you on the next one.